are you? How have you been? I've been bad. And I don't mean like I've been bad, like naughty. What I mean is depression. But I have actually been a really good boy lately. Like I can honestly say that at this point in my life, I genuinely do not deserve a spanking, which is like super rare for me. Like my little bottom is constantly raspberry red due to all the punishments I'm receiving for the no-nos I'm executing on the daily. But I have been really sad recently. This is just something I do sometimes. I get very depressed and I just sleep for like a month. I'm kind of like a bear in the winter, but instead of claws, I have tears, and instead of a cave, I have a sweaty bed. But it always happens the same exact way every time, where I convince myself it's the worst it's ever been, and I'm like, whoa, what the fuck is this? Like, this is a brand new type of depression. Like, I should tell a scientist, like, I feel straight up hopeless. But then, like, as I'm coming out of it, I'm like, wait a second, that was that thing that's been happening 2 to 3 times a year since I was 11. That's right. And then I laugh and I go, we all have our hobbies. But I haven't been like that bad, like not suicidal. I honestly don't even think I'm suicidal anymore. It's very weird. I definitely was in like middle school, but like I was into a lot of things in middle school that I'm not into anymore. You know what I mean? Like screamo music, ripped jeans, the Motorola Razr, the idea of taking my own life. Like we've all been there. Actually, no, I don't want to say that. We have not all been there. Suicidal thoughts are not normal and they are very bad and very serious. Just a quick checkup, guys. If you find yourself like agreeing with over 70% of the things that I say in my videos, you should be seeing a therapist. I just want to say that really fast. Like, I love that you guys can relate to me. It's really fun, but I never want it to become like you're watching a video of me being like, death sounds cool, right, guys? And you're just like me, same, retweet. Like, there should be an extra step there. Like, if you feel that way, you should tell someone. Anyway, yes, I've been very sad, but I'm not going to kill myself. I think that suicide in my head for the longest time, like, turned into this thing that, like, I convinced myself I was gonna do one day, but then I realized it's just, like, another thing in my life that I'm, like, endlessly putting off and was never gonna really happen. You know what I mean? Like, suicidal procrastination. It was kind of like that dirty plate in the corner of your bedroom that's like covered in old rubbery ketchup, and you just look at it every day and you're like, I'm gonna put that in the sink, I swear. Like it literally would take you 15 seconds to move it, but for some reason it just feels impossible. And maybe that's good, maybe it's a sign. The plate just becomes a part of your room. It's a decoration, who cares? It's like one of those hippie blankets girls hang over their bed. You don't need an explanation. Michaela, why is that there? I don't know, because I smoke weed, fuck you. And then the plate just like stays there until you move into another house, I guess. This is a suicide procrastination metaphor if you've lost track. The moving into another house represented my actual death and whatever ends up randomly killing me one day, which I'm guessing will have something to do with all the shitty food that I eat, but honestly, donuts are worth it. By the way, I had a bad weekend this week. I didn't leave the house one time except for Friday night when I went to Petco to pick up a filter cartridge for my turtle. Friday and Saturday nights when you have nothing to do are tough. I've had many of them. I realize that I kind of have like a phase of events I go through whenever that happens. The first step is that I look through Twitter for like an hour just to make myself more upset, I guess, and I just get mad and sad and jealous at anyone for doing anything. And I mean anything. Like, I could see a picture of like 2 old men I've never met before, like sitting on a dirty couch, eating Doritos and like watching Family Guy on VHS, and I still would be like, cool invite, and start crying. And then step 2 is that I just get a lot of food, usually desserts, and like I just give it to myself. And I treat it like that. I treat it like I'm like my own dad giving my son ice cream because he's like had a hard day at school, and I'm just like, I think I see someone who wants a McFlurry. Is that you? Is it you that wants a McFlurry? And I'm like, it's me. And last night was especially bad. Last night was Saturday, and there was a party going on like right next to me in my apartment complex, and the walls are so thin here that I could literally hear everything. Like everything. Like I could hear the sound of people extending their arms to make those awful party Snapchats where they're like, everyone get in now. And it sounded like a cool party, like kind of a scary party, like one of those parties where like people have sex in the bathroom. Is that scary, by the way? Like that sounds super scary to me, but I feel like an actual cool person is gonna watch this video and laugh at me and be like, really? Bathroom sex? You mean my fucking 6th grade graduation? A scary party is when you get fucking stabbed in the heart, and it's fucking amazing. Anyway, yeah, I was eavesdropping on the party and I was like in my kitchen like eating M&Ms or whatever, or not or whatever. I was eating fucking M&Ms. What I was doing, I've been doing this thing recently where I've been putting M&Ms in popcorn. Like I put the butter on the popcorn, then I melt out the M&Ms a little bit, not like too melted so they're like soggy, but I just put them in the popcorn. A lot of people do that at the movies, but I like to bring it home. And I was listening to the party and I just kept hearing people come in, and people just kept coming. It was like someone had posted it on Craigslist or something. And I remember at one point I heard someone walk in and the person goes, hi, hi, how old are you guys? And the people go, we're 24. And they go, okay, come on in. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? Are they carding people? Like, is this the fucking Playboy Mansion? Like, what? And it was such a metaphor, too, for everything I already feel, where I'm like, okay, there's cool people, and there's me, and there's a wall between us, and there really fucking was. Anyway, so I was on step 2 of my Nothing to Do Friday, and I was getting my food, and I ordered it, and I used this app called Postmates. You've probably heard about it. It is so dumb and lazy. It's super expensive. I think they only have it in, like, LA and New York or whatever, and YouTubers are always, like, tweeting and talking about it, like, oh, my fucking Postmates driver was so hot, and the replies are like, what are you talking about? I live in Indiana. I make minimum wage. Stop telling me about the Starbucks you just paid $45 for. That being said, I use it every single day. So I was going downstairs to pick up my food because, like, my apartment doesn't have, like, a buzz box, so I had to go downstairs and meet the delivery driver. And as I'm walking down to get my sad food, these cool girls walk past me and we, like, make eye contact. And I mean, like, cool girls. Like, these were genuinely cool people, like fucking tight leather black jackets, like one of those cool people tight jackets that, like, you look at and it hurts your nipples. So we're passing each other, we make quick eye contact, and in my head I'm like, oh, they're going to the fucking party, of course they are, everyone's better than me and I should die. But here's the fucking twist. One of the girls looks at me and goes, oh, Drew? She goes, oh my god, I'm a subscriber of your YouTube. And I was like, interesting. Like, first of all, I was like, people who go to parties watch my YouTube videos? Like, okay, like, I wasn't making them for you, but like, that's fine, go ahead, watch them, like, I'll keep the ad money. But then I thought about it more and I felt kind of cool. I was like, fuck, what the fuck is going on? I should get myself a leather jacket, like, what is this? But then she said something that brought me right back down to earth. I swear on my life that this next part is true. She looks at me and she goes, wow, and I didn't know that you lived in the ghetto. Side note, I don't live in the nicest area, but like, what do you say to that? Just like, yeah, I do, yeah, it's a personal choice. I looked at some nicer areas, but something about like the trash and the urine smell here, it felt like home, so. And then she said something that I am still trying to figure out. She goes, well, I hope you come up soon. And I was like, come up soon? Does she mean like come up to the party? Like, am I invited to a party? Because like, first of all, you do not want me at your party, trust me. Like, inviting me to your party literally has the same effect as like inviting an actual pig to your party. Like an actual fucking hog just sitting in the living room. People react the same way. They're just like, why would that be here? Okay, well. So we said bye, I retrieved my food, and for the rest of the night, I just kept thinking, like, what if I went to that party? Like, just imagining what would happen if I just, like, knocked on the door and was like, hello, I'm 20 years old, in case you're wondering. I believe one of your attendees has seen my depression vlogs. Where is she? Hi, I'll take 1 beer, please. Anyway, that's the end of my story, that's the end of my video. I hope you guys liked this video. I hadn't made okay, I feel like I'm gonna get emotional. I haven't made a video for like 2 weeks now because I was feeling really down, and I just wanted to say that I posted a little bit about it on Twitter and I got some really nice responses, and I want you guys to know that it really did mean a lot to me, that I knew that when I was ready to come back and feeling better, that at least a few of you guys would be there and I could talk to you, and it's just nice to know that, and it does help me a lot. So thank you, and sorry if that was stupid, but no, I'm not, and now let's sing. Leave me a fucking comment, I'm very lonely. Welcome to my losing my virginity video. So I've been wanting to talk about this for a really long time, but I've just been scared of it, and I actually can't believe I'm talking about this in a video right now.